Welcome, Slab Podcast, episode 68, where the grades matter, there are no rules. How you doing, Professor Oak?
I'm fantastic, thank you. England, we got through to the final today of the Euros. We beat Netherlands 2-1 in the very last minute. So good day. Good day for sports, for English sport. How about you?
Doing pretty good, man. I am not in the finals, but I hit a home run in softball yesterday, so that feels good.
That is good.
Yep,
Wow.
yep, feels good. It's been a while. It's been a while since I was younger. But I put my whole body into it. And there's a lot of body to put, so
Is it
felt good.
is it pretty difficult to get a home run in it? Is that like a big deal?
Yeah, I'd say there's one or two guys on my team out of my 14 guys on my team that get a home run. I didn't get one any season yet until this season. I've played like 4 seasons, so
That is a big deal.
I was excited.
Wow. Is that one of those things that you celebrate? Does like everyone go crazy?
When it happens, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a hole in one in golf where you then have to buy the entire clubhouse shots. It's not like that rare, but
Yeah.
it's something where the whole team gets rowdy for a second for sure. Especially for me who hasn't hit a home run yet. So
yeah, that's brilliant.
yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome.
That'll feel good.
Definitely. So the England is in the cricket finals. What are we talking about here?
England's football team, their soccer team, they beat Netherlands. So there's the World Cup where all the the Americas and everything, everyone's in there, and England never wins. We haven't won it since '66, and we only won it one. We only won it once, and that's what that little star is just there because we don't win it. But we're through to the final for the Euros, which is all the European countries get together and compete against each other. And it's been very close. They haven't really had a fantastic time getting there. They've kind of like scraped their way through it, but a win's a win kind of thing. And we're there. We're in the final now, which will probably be, I don't know if it's this weekend or next week. I'm not sure. It'll be pretty soon. So that would be amazing. I think we've won it like once. We've won a cup once since like '66, so we've not been doing fantastic. So to get a win it'd be a big deal. Yeah, very exciting. So I've been wearing my Lions with pride today. All you English people out there, you know how I feel.
Oh yeah, that's awesome though. Something to cheer about. You a betting man? Are you able to bet on those sports?
I didn't bet on that. I haven't bet much lately on the apps. We only just got betting live in Florida on your phone. Like you can only just be able to do it like within the past couple of months. It's been pretty recent.
Oh wow.
That only became legal, and I haven't really picked up on it yet. I haven't really got going with it, but I should bet on the final. That's a good reminder because that would be a fun bet to get behind. But I am a betting man. I like the casino. Yeah, I'm there a lot. I play poker. I've been playing poker 20 years. Yeah. You?
I like betting on games I don't care about.
Yeah.
Like if I were you in your shoes, I'd have a hard time betting England because it's like a double massive loss if we lose and then I lose money. So I would hedge the bet maybe and just bet on the other team. So then if England loses, I'm getting paid. Like that's the way I'm a better. If I'm gonna bet on a game where my team's in it, that's the only way I'd ever bet. So unless I'm just betting against a buddy or something. But yeah.
I play one.
Blackjack. That's my game. Usually I don't sports bets unless it's like fantasy football or betting against a friend. I don't do sports book and stuff usually.
I was just reading recently that Conor McGregor bet on the Nate Diaz fight, and Nate Diaz took home like a 500K purse or whatever. He took out home $500,000 for winning, and Conor McGregor won 1.6 million because he bet on him to win. So he like won triple what the guy that even won it won. I just thought that was so ironic. You really can make money when you've got money. It's crazy.
Like to be able to just go and double up that big is just insane.
Yeah. There was a quote that was brought to my attention in my, in the economics. I've been studying microeconomics. And this guy's basically said it's so expensive to be poor. And he's so right. It's so hard to be poor and get by. And it's just funny, like seeing stuff like that, people winning millions of dollars on someone else doing something. It's a very interesting concept, betting, gambling. It really is. It's a crazy, crazy world.
Speaking of all of that, I just looked up the poverty rate of the federal poverty rate in the United States. You know what it is?
I would think right now it's probably pretty bad. I don't think the country's in a very good spot.
25 grand. $25,000 for annual.
Wow.
How? Like as a single person, how would you survive? Like how are they even considering that acceptable? Poverty I feel like is survivable.
Yeah, and there's people way below that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't afford rent anywhere with that salary, like or that amount of wages. It's crazy. I don't know. Crazy stuff out there. The world is a wild place. Conor McGregor's winning 1.6 million, and people are out there making 25 grand a year, struggling.
Yeah, the world is. I mean, capitalism. I guess the world's just a crazy place at the moment. But I think what's good for us is knowing that there's potential, right? In America specifically, there's a lot of potential for opportunity. Like you can, if you work your butt off and you're trying to make things happen. I'm very lucky that I was, I was born in, into a good family in a country that was supported and stuff. And there's people growing up literally in the jungle, right? There's people like literally being born in jungles in the Amazon, and their way of life is completely different, obviously. But I feel very fortunate that like the opportunities for me are much greater than a lot of what other people have. So try to remember that the grass is greener where you water it, like we've talked about before. You gotta embrace the opportunities and enjoy it. I think that's what's cool about this hobby too. It's you can make what you want of it. You can buy cheap slabs, you can buy PSA 8s, you can save up and just buy a PSA 10 once a year. You can sell your house and buy everything you ever wanted. I mean, there's every angle of it, right? You can attack it whichever way is good for you. I think that's a good part of why the community, especially in our Discord, there's just people from like every walk of life, and we can all connect in the same way, just because it's such an open way of like enjoying a hobby.
Yep,
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's definitely different price points on all different things you can collect, afford. You can collect rocks. There's anything. It's wild. So let's get into Spicy Comment winner. I did announce last week that I'm going to give away a tag slab to the winner. I won, so I'm not going to be winning my own slab. But there was a clear winner, but it wasn't really spicy at all. So I'm going to give also a slab to the guy behind him. So I had won with my Spicy Comment, of course, and I had said Poke Chef is the modern day basic trainer. Now, when I said this was, again, 2 weeks ago. Those of you who don't know who Poke Chef is, his Instagram is linked down below. He is a chef at a high-end restaurant, and he loves freaking Pokemon. So shout out to Poke Chef. Is a listener of the podcast, I do believe. Should comment more. Should comment more. Drop a comment down there. But yeah, so awesome dude, and highly recommend to go check out his Instagram. But yeah, he is. The reason I said that was because he had been bouncing around as a guest on a bunch of different YouTube lives, which is awesome. And it gets more so than just on him, it gets the other people live talking to different people and seeing the different interactions. I believe he was with Northwoods. He was with Bierski. Who the hell else? There's a few other ones, I swear. Anyways, I don't remember them all because it's now 2 weeks ago plus, and it's just good stuff. Dudes in the hobby. I just like to listen to people in the hobby talking shop, which is why I enjoy doing this. And next episode, I'm just realizing is episode 60 effing 9, dude. 69. That's cool. I'm excited for that.
That's hot. That's funny that you said it's because he was bouncing around on different videos like basic you used to.
Exactly.
Because I was taking it like subconsciously that was part of it. But my interpretation when I was thinking of it was yes, like obviously, like he definitely is the modern day, but I just kind of feel like he's one of those guys that you just can't not like.
That too.
Like he's just like basic in that way that he gives off nothing but good vibes. And I don't mean that like I'm not trying to get all fluffy over here, but like he seems like a really good dude. I like him a lot. He's like smiley and happy to talk to. Is it just in the hobby enjoying it? And that's like everything that I want from someone in this with me. Just talk about it, have fun, have a laugh. He's like down to like just chat, whether it's about Pokemon or not. Yeah, he's a superstar. I love it.
Yeah, basic is still a legend. An ongoing legend. He pops in every now and then. He was on PK not too long ago with PK. But it's good to catch up with him and hear different things going on with him as well. So, but yeah.
Basic's got such a special place in my heart. I love that guy.
Yeah, awesome guy. If you want to read the next non-spicy comment winner.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry guys, I have to keep muting. I've got a bit of a cough again. So Dan, Mr. Catch 'em All Collectibles, Catch 'em All, he said, "Oh Arceus, Metazu and title, talking presidential debate and Dr. Disrespect within the first 5 minutes." Lol. Yeah.
We did kick it off with a bang.
We touched on some stuff pretty quick. Yeah. Metazu, presidents, Dr. Disrespect, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they were some heavy ones, but I think that was fun. That was such a fun episode, just talking about things going on, and stuff that affects us. I loved it. So, congrats on the slab. I would like to dive a little bit further into more topics like that. I think it's good. Not obviously with slabs, we'll talk about slabs, but like also I think it's fun for us to talk about other stuff that's happening in the world that could, closely relate to what us guys are into.
Certainly.
Yeah, and like you say, not technically a spicy comment. I guess there's not really much I can respond with, but did you have any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think most of those in the last 2 weeks, nothing's really moved with the presidential debate. It's been kind of quiet. Dr. Disrespect thing has been silent. I haven't seen any updates. I feel like he just went ghost mode. Like he is gone.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Like I think he's coming back. Like he had re-edited his tweet, then unedited it. It was a whole hot mess. But yeah, so that's interesting. And then the only thing that kind of has an update is an update from you on MetaZoo, which we'll hear about later in this episode, I heard. But
will we? We'll see.
This is your slab, Dan. Congratulations on your Radiant Charizard. This is worth at least $3,000.
I like that card. I don't know why.
This is the one with the dent that goes through the card that got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
right in his chest, bullet hole.
I think I just like his color. I think I just like the color
black
variation of him because it's radiant. Yeah.
You know what they say.
It just looks cooler.
This one, the second slab is Son of a Merc. Shout out to Son of a Merc. You're gonna win you got the 7 because you got one less like. Sorry, bud. Get wrecked. Do whatever you want with this. It's free, but shoot me a DM on Instagram. I got you. But he said the black label needs to be untouchable. So he did appreciate. Last week we covered the black label rate for Scarlet and Violet for 2023, I believe it was, those sets. And there was like 3 of them total or some shit.
2,
which is freaking absurd. Yeah, they're both the waifu cards, right? The Miriam and the
not even a Pokemon.
Yeah, not even a Pokemon card. So, which is interesting. There is at least in the this year's Scarlet and Violet, there is at least one black label Pokemon card. I've seen it. So it's crazy. But yeah, 100%. If black labels ever did not, like if they adjusted to where black labels were like pristine 10s from CDC, good night. Like there's the black labels they realize this. They have to, and I think they're doing a good job. Like you see the Japanese, the Bandai, the Weiss, the One Piece, everyone submits there in hopes of getting black label because literally everything else is dog shit. PSA 10, everything's a PSA 10, everything's a CDC 10. Most of it's a pristine 10. Might as well go for the super supreme black label. And that's all you can do on all that crap. So, what do you think?
I think I want to respond with my spicy topic. I think I want that to be my response.
Let's hear it. I'm ready for it. Let it rip, Tater Chip.
Okay, so let's run through it again. Son of a Merc, absolute legend, love him. He said, the black label needs to be untouchable. For me, that makes it so boring. That's all I'm going to say. But like, black labels are boring to me exactly for that reason. Your turn.
Sorry. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the best prize cards. I feel like I might have said that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the best prize cards.
You gonna flash it? Is this a reveal? You haven't shown this yet, have you?
I showed it for like a second in my live stream, and I died at the end. It was right at the last minute.
Oh, I don't remember you. Yeah, I don't remember you.
This thing's freaking awesome. Yu-Gi-Oh's got the best prize cards.
Yeah.
It's already got the freaking hanger on the back, bro. Like, let's go.
That's legit. All right, everyone. Leave your spicy comments. Hit a thumbs up if you see one in there that you agree with. You guys have been really good at that lately. Last week especially. Yeah, you did really, really good last week on upvoting, giving the thumbs up on the ones that you like, and it really helps a lot with us knowing which ones to talk on. So it's up to you which ones we chat on. So you guys control it. Get involved. Now,
real quick, I do be noticing that people do upvote the ones that make the most sense. A lot of the times, and it's not usually spicy. Like they don't care. Like for example, I'm just kind of showbidding mine here, but like mine's kind of spicy. Most of the people listening to this are like, "You're effing stupid." Of course, it's Pokemon. That's kind of spicy. But when I said Poke Chef is a modern day basic trainer, that's not effing spicy at all. That's just fucking facts. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
but apparently
it
got upvoted to freaking oblivion because it was funny, it was popular. Y'all are getting it twisted. Vote for the spicy. We want to talk things that are nonsense inside of this. That's what the goal. Like, had a freaking good one as well. Like that I'm gonna slap shit out of him next week if that gets upvoted. So yeah, we'll see.
I really want to have a discussion about that because Yeah. Let's move on. I don't want to bias anything.
Move us on. You can.
Next week we have a bit of a special episode. Are we going live or recording? Remind me.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
Next
know.
week, watch out. Coming to a screen near you.
Probably recording is the plan.
Yeah, we have someone. Let's do a little introduction. He has been in this hobby a while. He's had some successes in different ways and areas of the hobby. Very well respected and loved. Very easy to enjoy and want to converse with, but also has a sharp mind. Knows his numbers. Knows what he can do. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, he relocated a couple of times now, and he also has a little team. He has a bit of a team going on, and his wife used to like doing scare pranks on people, which is probably my favorite thing in the whole world. So I've been a big fan of her for a long time since finding that out. And I really miss his live streams from back in the day. I really, really, really miss them, and his videos. So James, Z&G Emporium, coming to a screen near you.
It's going to be a banger. Episode 69. What an honor. It makes sense to have a guest on episode 69.
He's so awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for it. So tune in. Yeah, whether it's live, recorded, whatever, get involved. I'm sure it'll be a fun conversation. We'll touch on some stuff. Hopefully, I'm hoping to learn some stuff from him because he always has lots to talk about, lots of stuff happening. So I'm excited to hear how his new changes that have occurred very recently, and actively happening right now, how that's all going. And hopefully Lauren's doing, feeling a bit better since the move and stuff, and get some updates. Should be good.
Hell yeah. He is now taking consignments. So hit up Z&G Emporium, go check him out. Consigning now through eBay. Go do it.
And I have used him. I know you have too. I've used him, and really probably the only time I've ever consigned, I think. And it was like flawless. I mean, it was. I was like, wait, is that it? Is all is that all I do? It was so he made everything so easy and simple and streamlined. So I can give a first-hand testimony of how awesome he is and the process and stuff. So if you are ever thinking about doing it, then do it. Yeah.
I am a consignment whore myself. I have gone up and around every corner. And Z&G Emporium, I could say, is the fastest payout for sure. Probably some of the best pictures on consignment on eBay now. Because I think about DC Sports, absolute trash. Probstein, I don't know if they do back pictures. If they do, that's newish. Maybe they got a price limit because they stopped for a while. So yeah, go check them out. Good stuff. Good work. No complaints. Not too hard on the eyes either.
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah, no bad. Okay. 4th of July recap.
You know what that is? From England?
You mean Treason Day?
Treason Day? Yeah, you celebrate?
So I can't tell you how many people have asked if we celebrate 4th of July in England.
Really?
Like so many people. When I used to work, I worked in banking quite a few years back, and people would ask me a lot, and I was always like, I just didn't know what to say because I didn't want to make them feel like they're a dumbass, but like they were being a dumbass. So like that's very difficult to navigate when you're talking to a customer. When someone's being dumb, and you want to tell them they're being dumb, but you don't know how to say it without telling them they're being dumb. So yeah, it made for a lot of awkward conversations, but it's essentially just explaining to them that like it's an American holiday. It's definitely like an American thing that's celebrated here. But I always celebrate it. I actually, I got my legal alien status 11 years ago today. This is my 11-year anniversary of becoming a become an illegal immigrant, illegal alien.
Cheers to that.
Here's to the green cards, everyone. So yeah, been here, and obviously I was here before that. Up until that process, went through. But definitely American thing, and I've celebrated it every year. I enjoy it. It's fun. Grill, you have hot dogs. Florida, it's always red hot. You can jump in the pool or whatever. It's always a good time. What about you? How's your 4th of July?
Mandatory week off from work. So
Awful.
Yeah. Some people it was. They had to take unemployment because they didn't have enough vacation time. So I feel bad for those people. But I had vacation time. Went up north. Up north for me is like right below the Mackinac Bridge, below the Upper Peninsula, which is about 4-hour drive. Golfed, food, grilled steaks, grilled burgers, saw fireworks.
Perfect.
Went down to Indiana to see the in-laws, saw more fireworks, grilled more burgers. It was just
amazing.
It was very caloric that week. And it feels good to come back to reality and eat nothing again. Like just I need to chill from that week. There's so much burger intake. It was absurd. Played some golf, whooped some ass in golf both times. I love golf. It's so nice getting outside, touching grass.
Do you watch golf? Have you bought any golf cards? Like I got my father-in-law is a big golf player. I've bought him some Tiger Woods cards. I've bought him some Slabbed and stuff before. Have you got anything like that?
I have not, which is kind of weird. Like I don't have like a certain person I'm a fan of on golf. I'm just a fan of watching it. Like my dad, I've more so looked at golf memorabilia for buying for my dad. He's a huge fan of this guy named Fred Couples. He's a little bit older than he's like probably 60 something like that.
Yeah.
But he still plays senior tour maybe now, but yeah. So my favorite thing about golf is like signed scorecards, which is freaking cool. Like, because it's got all 18 holes they played, all signed by them, filled out, all their numbers, what they did, and then they sign it. That's pretty. That is. I'd take that over a card all day because they walked around with this all day. They got all their scores, all their little nicks and knacks on there.
That's awesome.
It's really cool, and you could do something like that in a shadow box with their card or a photo of them. Like, so I've been looking to do something like that for my dad. Get a Fred Couples Masters scorecard or something like that would be probably pretty cheap too. Like you're talking $100 all day for something like that right now. Golf stuff like that is pretty cheap. Weird.
Love it.
Yeah.
My father-in-law would, he'd go crazy if something like that. He enjoys it. He's got an awesome hat that he wears a lot. And the logo Titleist. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Titleist, yeah.
Like Titleist. He has one. It's in the same font and like the same logo, but it says titties.
Yep, I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god. It looks exactly the same, but it's brilliant.
Yeah, it looks just Mine's just
You got one there.
Mine's different. It just says I'd tap that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is funny. Is that one of the ones that your friend made?
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, he's talented. Does good work.
Yeah. He should do some like Pokemon meme ones. There's so many like funny things he could do with Pokemon.
He's afraid of copyright things, but yeah.
He could allude to it though, not have the actual Pokemon on there, right? Like he could use like phrases and parts of names and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, under the table I can get whatever I want, but yeah.
It's when money changes.
Because like the hat you're wearing with like a Diglett on there, dude, that shit would be looking gas. With the shiny brown, man, that would be. I might need that.
Yeah,
that might be an expensive hat to sell those at Collecticon. Know what else I was thinking the other day? I was listening to the Bulbasaur was on with Nostalgianomics, right? Yeah. And
wow,
he is killing his sales with his shirts. right? The Bulbasaur meme shirt, like it's like not a derpy Bulbasaur. I think it's like Ditto Bulbasaurs or something all over his shirt, his button ups.
Yep.
He said like 30 to 40% of his sales is like freaking shirts. And obviously it's a Bulbasaur. It's super copy. Like it's illegal to technically sell those shirts. Why doesn't somebody just go there and sell freaking shirts like this? Like it's insane. Like it's a play to me right now in my mind. I see where Bulbasaur's section is. I'll buy the section across from it, and I'll go there with a freaking Pikachu, a Bulbasaur, a Squirtle, a Charmander shirt.
To the moon.
And freaking just print money. Like, good. I don't have morals. Just let's freaking just print Pokemon shirts, apparently, because that's what the thing is to do. Why not, right? Everyone else is doing it.
We could use Dan's logo. The Flormander.
That logo sucks ass. The freaking the Bulbasaur one's cute. I would just copy that and do it for like the Squirtle, the whatever, the all the other ones. That'd be great.
Yeah. Mertz's Bulbasaur. That'd be funny.
I'll let them keep it. I don't want to copy a friend's.
I like the Ditto Pikachu actually on my shirt that I have. I love that. I love that one. I think.
Why not just he's other people, like you walk into that place and it's just freaking copyright and there's infringement everywhere. Like 0 F's given by 90% of the people. Why not?
Yeah.
F it, dude. Like people are in there making, like you can make $1 million and Pokemon won't even know about it. It's crazy. Want to buy some shirt?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll order it from Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah. So underwear, some underwear or What else were you talking about before that? Oh, you got distracted big time now.
I think we're talking about eating burgers.
Burgers. Yeah, it was a good 4th though. I would do again. That was a good time. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a busy one. I was off the Thursday and the Friday. I took the Friday and then the weekend, so it was like 4 days straight. Busy with the kids. The 1-year-old is at the point where she can now walk. So she's just in everything and she's not shy about anything. She's very strong-willed, very adamant, and I'm trying to think of nice words. She's essentially a capuchin monkey. Like she's like a little capuchin monkey, and she just wants to get everything and play with everything, and like doesn't give a heck about human adults at all. Like 0 F's. So a lot of running around trying to keep her entertained and fed and from hurting herself constantly. Yeah, she's pretty crazy. So there was a lot of that. But yeah, some time in the pool and burgers and stuff, like you say. A lot of fun family time. It was good.
So was your first kid a kid where you had to then lock all your cabinets in like the kitchen and all of that? And same as the second kid?
So I think with the first one, we took every precaution and it was like safe and like everything was like
lock that shit down
to the book. Like everything was like perfect for everything. And this one, we're a little bit more chilled out because we know like things didn't really happen that we thought might have happened with the first one. So we're more chilled out. But she's like, give a mouse a cookie, that story. She's just gone like so far the opposite way that she'll just like jump off the bed like head first and smash her head on the floor and like try and climb the stairs, try to grab chemicals out of the cupboard. So like you just constantly like running around after her. And we haven't really baby-proofed the house as well as we should have because it's just so big. Like it's this place is different. Yeah. The one that we had with the first one is quite a lot bigger. So it's just difficult navigating, trying to keep her out of everything. Yeah, it's a challenge. Did you have? Was it similar for you?
Luckily, my first house was so small. I put like one baby gate up, and they couldn't get to any cupboards in my house.
Right?
It was so small, I could gate off one.
similar to us.
And then my son was just an absolute terrorist. It was insane. And then we'd go to my cousin's house where her kids were like well behaved apparently and didn't get into their cabinets, so it didn't baby proof anything. And even though they were the same age, my son would go over there and just tear shit up. It was just absurd. I don't know what was wrong with his ass, but he's normal. He's normal now.
Okay,
we're doing
well.
all right. Yeah, he's 4. He survived, but no, it was good stuff. It was good. Yeah, kids are awesome.
Well, we'll see. She's damn cute. I'll tell you that. She's cute. So hopefully that pays dividends in the future. Get away with stuff.
Probably will.
Do you want to talk gem rate real quick? Touch on numbers. I don't know if we did it last month. I forget if we even touched on it, but
we missed a couple weeks last month.
Yeah. So last month in June, the numbers were pretty good, but lower than what they had been. Definitely lower than May. So I don't know. I remember the last couple of summers, the numbers had been a little bit lower, and people talked about it in different podcasts and videos. Essentially saying that, like, in the summer, people just slow down. I've heard Dan talk about it. I remember him talking about it a couple of summers in a row. The buyers just kind of like tend to die down on eBay and on auction and stuff, just because they're taking vacation, they're going to see family, they get married, they're, I don't know, getting boob jobs in Turkey, like whatever it is that they're doing, they're just kind of like distracted from buying stuff. So it makes sense, why people might be sending less stuff in. Hopefully that means things will be moving a bit quicker. But PSA, they did 1.3 million ish, I think, last time we touched on it for May. In June they did 1.16, so a pretty decent drop. It's like a 15-ish% drop, I think. CGC did 178,000, SGC 147,000, and BGS 52. So yeah, they're all down a little bit. I also pulled an interesting stat. I don't think we've ever really done daily numbers. I don't know if we've ever looked at that before, but yesterday, just in one day, PSA graded 62,000 cards in one day, which you would think is enough to like satisfy a market. 62,000 of something in one day being produced feels like that's enough to satisfy a market, but there's so many. There's just so many cards being bought and graded and sold, and yeah, still every month I'm still just shocked that it's just going and going and going. It's just such a train now. It's just such a steam train, right?
62K. I remember, I think in the peak I remember hearing 80K. Had to be more than that though. They were doing over 100K or something. I don't know. Maybe it was 80K was the peak at max capacity. Because doing 100K, you're not even looking at cards. 62,000. Figure 1,000 cards a day, 62 employees. Holy shit, that is a lot of people. 1,000 cards seems like a normal amount to go through in a day. Seems still like a decent, healthy amount. I don't know. I don't think I could do that every day. If that was the number of cards looking at daily to grade, oh my god.
Like grading, but think about that shipping department. Like, unless one person graded 40,000 of them, like that's a lot of labels. That's a lot of boxes. That's a lot of like,
dude,
just operational activity and logistics, and their team must be just huge. They must have so many people, and it must be so streamlined, and nothing can sit right when there's that many things. Like, you have to move it because tomorrow there's more getting added to that pile, to that queue, to that list. Like, you have to keep things moving in every single step of the process. And to break it down by day, of over 62,000 yesterday got graded. I mean, it adds a whole different perspective to thinking about a whole month being 1 million. So many cards.
Yeah, it's crazy to think in 3 days they do CGC's whole quantity.
for a month. Yeah, business. Yeah. I'd imagine, but still, yeah, it's
damn.
It's hard to picture it. What I would be interested in is, I don't think I have generate access to see it specifically daily for every day, but I would like to see if I can get hold of the data and see every day, because I want to know, are they primarily hitting Monday is the biggest day, is Wednesday, Friday, are they doing stuff on Saturday and Sundays? Are numbers changing and moving? I don't know.
Yeah, looking back on Beckett's, it's trending down. 66K back in February, 66K back, March.
I think they're all slightly down.
63K.
Yeah.
CGC's, yeah, it's not too bad. It's about the same. But I was thinking about Beckett because Japanese Pokemon at Beckett right now is trash. Or Japanese Pokemon anywhere right now, I feel like it's kind of brutal to get profits on 10s. But I don't know. I feel like less people are submitting to Beckett just in general because of, especially the English side, because of the print quality is big one. We'll see. One of these sets will probably be good again. We'll see. One of them maybe. But man, yeah, it's
big numbers. Dallas Card Show. You want to touch on that?
Yikes. Did you see the video? Did you see the clip of the actual robbery?
I didn't watch. Rattle covered it. He did a video. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I still have it. I have it paused on where it was at, but I did get the clip part and looked at it, and I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, so there's basically, to give you guys tell you what happened if you didn't know. They're at the Dallas Card Show down in Dallas, Texas. One of the biggest card shows. They do it once a month, and it's huge, or once every other month. It's huge. One of the biggest. Tons of all the big names in sports go there. Sports card investors there every freaking time. It is huge. It's a massive card show. And some guys had roughly $1.5 million worth of sports card slabs inside of a Pelican case sitting under their table, and somebody lifted it and stole it. Just grabbed it on video, walked out, gone, like in the wind. And it was a 4-man job. There was 3 employees. All 3 employees were distracted by 3 other suspects. The 3 suspects were just talking to him, getting them to look the opposite direction. One of the suspects failed to do that, and one of the workers turned around for a second, and the guy going to grab the case said, "Oh, let me turn around." Turned around, walked out of the section, and then when he got his attention again, then we went in and grabbed up the Pelican case. Just dark to see that happen. I knew it was only a matter of time, because why rob a bank when you could just do that? And ain't no popo getting called until an hour later when somebody realizes it, and you walk away with 1.5 milli. Yikes, dude. Yikes. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Bigger. What do you think?
I think for me, you're right with like the bank thing. Like there's much lighter stuff you could do and get a worse outcome, from this situation. A bank holds 20, 30 grand. Like people think there's like millions of dollars sat in banks. There isn't. Like I worked in one, we would held like literally 20 grand of cash. There's nothing in there. And what you'd get, like the repercussions of robbing a bank compared to this, I mean, obviously it goes by dollar value, but so much easier what they did, like to facilitate and orchestrate. So much easier. You just grab a case and walk out. I mean, that's literally what they did.
Terrifying.
For me, yeah, I don't understand like how that happened. Like I understand how they did it, but I don't understand on the guy who was robbed, like how you could let that happen. Why, if you had a case like that, it wouldn't be chained to like a table leg or chained to your ankle, or we're not talking about like a little collector chest full of like Oaks Pikachus and like some of the dumbass cards that I have, like because I love it. Like that stuff would hurt me. It hurt my chest to lose. But when there's a financial impact like over $1 million, I mean, I'd probably have like security, or I'd have some kind of step in between the box and the case and the public. Like there'd be a step, whether it's a chain or a lock or a person or I don't know. I don't even know what I do. I haven't put too much thought into it. But you can't just have it sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
It shouldn't. I think people will be more attentive now. Having 3 workers, your job, sir, is now to sit and watch the booth until we're like in showtime. We're all walking around working the booth, and we're kind of like it was like pre-show or after show. Like stuff was either tore down or being set up when the heist happened, because there was a bunch of other areas that didn't look set up. So
yeah,
they definitely need somebody just stationed out, like just sit and wait. And he's basically the security guy, even though he's just another guy on the payroll. Just it's worth having him sit there for $15 an hour just to not get taken. Holy,
it's nothing. Literally nothing. If you have that kind of investment sat in a box, you can afford a couple $100 for someone to watch a case for a while, or you can afford a nice lock or chain system to bolt it to a table or a chair, or it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like we're not talking rocket science here. It's just protecting an investment. Like if I was an insurance company, there's no way I'd pay out on that. Like I'd fight that tooth and nail through trial. Like there's just no way. You just left the case there on the floor.
yeah, under the table. Wasn't even on the top. Like I don't know. I don't even know which would be better, but
yeah, insane. It reminds me a little bit of all the Florida dingbats down here that for some reason people post on these like local groups and community groups and the doorbell group thing, whatever it is, all that stuff, and they'll say, "Hey, someone was rummaging through my car last night and stole my gun, or they stole my wallet, or they stole money out of my car and stuff." And they're like, "No, no, it wasn't locked. Like I never lock it, kind of thing. Like it's always out there, it's safe." Well, I mean, clearly it isn't. Your car got robbed. Like you should probably lock your car at night. When you go to bed, or like when you leave the car, it should be locked. For whatever reason, it keeps happening, and people just keep not locking their cars and getting the people are just going through the cars and picking stuff out. Dashboards and out of the console and stuff. And for me, it just seems like such a simple, easy fix to just lock it and set the alarm. And this feels very similar. Like I feel like there could have been some pretty simple steps taken to prevent $1 million loss. Which, and I'm not trying to like be a conspiracy guy. I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy, but that feels a little bit inside job. That kind of level of investment was not protected. That seems too dumb to be true, to be real and honest.
You mean insurance fraud situation? Could happen. That could be too.
If they're insured, I mean, I'm assuming with that kind of stuff, it's a business and selling stuff, and it's got that kind of investment. I would imagine there's some setup, or maybe they're planning on suing the Dallas Card Show for not protecting assets or something. I don't know. There might be more to it, but
who knows? Speculation. Totally.
They might still have the items, I guess is what I'm saying. It might have just been a friend or someone they hired. Who knows?
I think it's a reach, but it's possible. What do you think? I think it's not. I think it's really bad. Like if this gets headline news, it should. $1.5 million theft. And if it did, I feel like I'm concerned it could open the eyes to actual thieves. And those were sports card bums that stole the cards.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell by their physical appearance and what they look like and stuff.
Yep.
Those were people that know what sports cards were. Nothing against sports cards fans. TCG's Pokemon's better. I just have concerns that people that actually like robbing people with guns could see, why would I ever rob a bank again? I could pull up to this son of a bitch with a gun and make a freaking quick millie just waving this boy around for a second. And that's absolutely terrifying. Just, I could picture all the booths with millions of dollars. Millions. And I've heard
so much.
A couple people quote, like, yeah, I got about 4 million in my booth. I got 3 million in my booth. If somebody's waving a gun, I'm scooping that bitch into a bag for them.
Yeah. Gone.
Yikes. Is it worth like taking all of that shit? Like, you know, you're not going to move it all. Are we real? Like, should we pull back flex mode? Maybe a little bit, because I'm concerned that somebody could actually do some actual violent theft stuff here, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any real security at Collecticons. I mean, I know it's a slightly different situation. It's probably a lower dollar volume, but there was a lot of expensive slabs in some of those.
I wonder, because I've seen security by Heritage Auctions, and they've had a hired security guard there.
Yeah.
Pokemon World has had hired security guards in their booths. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen one in a while, because I feel like they've pulled back a lot. I feel like they don't have, Pokemon World doesn't have the whole flex thing going on. They don't have millions of dollars in the booth anymore. Maybe that's intentional. Probably is. Could have got burned once. Yeah, I wonder if they allow armed guards. If it's certified security, I probably do. I feel like the Heritage guy was, but I'm not positive. That would change things.
What if those four guys were armed but didn't need to use it?
Like, yeah, they could have been. They could have, yeah. Who knows? They could have been, yeah, concealed, yeah.
Could have been 20 people involved. You know, it could have been a whole orchestrated thing. Could have just been, spur of the moment. I don't know. But I think it just goes to show just how simple it is. I mean, it was such a simple thing that happened, you know, on that little clip that you saw. Not rocket science stuff. Like Bill, Bob, and John could have pulled it off. Honestly, we're not talking like Las Vegas movie, you know, guys in suits doing some big stunt thing. Like, it's not anything. So, guys, if you've got stuff and you're going somewhere, like, do something to protect it. Like, try and be smart with it, because no, silly.
And another scary part about Collecticons in Thievery is there's people in full costumes. Not at the Dallas Card Show. People with full masks and bodysuits, just walking around that bitch nilly-willy, like, just.
Oh my God, could have been Leonhardt, for all we know. Like, anyone.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Wild. Insane. So be careful. So it's my message. Just be wary of what you're bringing, what you have there, because God knows what could happen. Golden Elite Auction is ending in 10 days. I believe the 20th of July. And it is a not solely TCG, but it's like just cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Let me share my screen again. Very cool. There's like awesome Pokemon cards. Just, this is a non-sports signature auction, basically, going through Golden. I think Heritage has a TCG one also at end of this month, which is, there's just way too much going on. But there was a few cards I just wanted to highlight inside of this. That's not it. So yeah, just really awesome. These are, we had talked about them a little bit I think there was a Charizard card that kind of leaked. But now the inside of this actual auction is playtest cards being sold. So the first public auction, I believe, of these in the history, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the first one of any of them, right?
Yep. So 10 days left. This Squirtle's at $24,000 in a CGC 9.5. I am priced out of these officially. No contest. A Bulbasaur in only a 9. I find it hard to believe the grade is really carrying the Squirtle $6,000 premium by just being a 0.5 higher, but here we are. Squirtle is better than Bulbasaur. We all know that.
I think they're playing it coy.
Yeah. And Charmander, $22,000, also in a 9. So this being a 9 makes me believe that people really care about that 0.5 difference on the Squirtle.
I think they're going to end a lot closer. Honestly, I genuinely believe they'll end a lot closer.
Yeah, I would say the 3 whales bidding on these, they're like, yeah, my max bid on all of these is the same. Might as well.
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean,
you're already a billionaire, so
yeah.
These are freaking dope.
So what are you thinking? What do you think market value would be on something like this to kick off?
I saw in the same auction there's a CGC 7 Illustrator at $112,000 already.
Yep.
I think that one sells for $250,000. Maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing completely on that. I haven't been following those. They sell every week, but I don't follow them. So if this one, going off what it's currently at, I'll call it $100,000. I'll call it maybe $100,000 peak. But I also see the chance where it's not really moving now, but there could be a couple massive whales slapping their ding dongs down right when it comes time at the end of the bid. This thing could carry like the Proto Stoys originally did. That bitch carried to $360,000.
Yeah,
that card might be a little bit cooler to me because it has the Magic Gathering back. It has a little bit more to it, where these are kind of just.
Well, it looks more real too.
Yeah, but I don't know. These are freaking cool. I'm curious. That was kind of what I wondered. Like, these are 1996, but I was kind of curious, like, how do we know, because they are mounted on card? This is a piece of paper glued on a card.
Yeah.
How do we know the piece of paper wasn't printed in extremely low quality now? Like, are we testing age of paper?
You can't. I mean, you have carbon testing, obviously, but that's over hundreds of thousands of years. You can't do it over just years. So there's just no way they'd be able to tell if this paper is 20 years old. There's no test for that.
The only way, like, for this, obviously, provenance and knowing the backstory, where they came from, I believe, is what carries these to be legit.
There can't be provenance with it. I think that's what I am one of the very few times where I will be pessimistic. I can't see how there can be provenance on something that we didn't know existed. Like, no one knew existed. How can there be any story out there?
No, these were shared by the co-creator on his Instagram.
When?
It was a year ago.
Right. And it was made in 96. So for 30 years.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, I feel you.
Like, there's no provenance that's been set. Like, what's the story? Where have they been? Who has had them? Like, you could go private provenance. Okay, so there's 2 people that say this happened at this date. That's not provenance. Like, I'm very pessimistic on the provenance of these, and I'm not saying they're fake either. I just don't know how you can prove they're real. That's what's tricky for me.
Yeah,
despite how enticing they are, and the fact that I'm very excited about them.
I mean, if they came from the guy that co-created Pokemon, I feel like you go with the dude's word. That's enough. I don't know how much more you can get.
And that's probably it, right?
Without seeing it firsthand in, like, baby Jesus's Bible or something. But man, I don't know. Yeah, I think these ones are real. This is very cool. sick cards. Those are the only 3 I'm showing, but go check it out. There is a shit. I think there's 276 just Pokemon items, but there is a ton of other shit, like full sets of different cards. Just super cool stuff.
I'd love to see those 3 hit 100. I would really like. I think that'd be really good for the hobby.
Would that be the most expensive Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander? I think so, right? I don't think there's anything close. Nothing.
I mean, it has to be, right? There is no.
I don't think it's touched.
I mean, they are the unique ones. Like there isn't a unique one other than that.
There's a creature deck Charmander, but it's like probably $6,000 in a PSA 10. I don't know. So
yeah, most people have never even heard of creature deck. They don't even have any understanding of it.
It's dog shit. Very cool. I would love to own at least a couple of these, but that is likely not on the list.
Never say never.
Bingo card.
No, never say never. You never know. But I do want to touch because you do have a special One Piece card.
Yeah,
magazine, right?
What about you? You should have one.
The last magazine I got it like a month late with the other 2 months previous.
Really?
So I'll probably get mine like September if they're going by the same schedule. I don't know what's going on with shipping to Florida, but they seem to be having a hard time with it.
So here's my PSA magazines. You could say they've all trended with the same bend curve. They put them in my mailbox like this. It says, "Do not bend on it, bitch. What are you doing? You can't read."
They don't care. They actually can't. They can't read. But
so my card came bent. Literally, like this came like this, and my card was bent probably 30 degrees. I've been working the boy. I haven't sat on it yet, but it's pretty good. It didn't crease, but it's a cool card. Like these are selling for like I think $120 now. They were selling for $150. I saw some standard ones sell for a decent amount. I don't know the serialized ones, but these are just really cool looking cards. Not a One Piece guy. I should just give it to my buddy who's a One Piece fan, and he doesn't have a PSA membership. That would probably tickle the shit out of his pickle. But
I do have a PSA membership though.
Not you, bud. Not you.
I should get one. Hopefully, I just don't know when. And it'll be the same. It'll be bent just like yours. Mine does the exact same thing. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's PSA is doing a really cool thing. The fact that I could possibly even sell it for $100 and get my membership fee back,
unreal.
That's freaking dope, dude.
Who's buying these though? Like, why aren't these people like if they're that into cards? Like, why don't they have PSA memberships?
I don't think everyone thought PSA would be giving out freaking promo cards.
They said they were gonna. They posted it on Instagram and online and everything.
Months ago. Yeah.
Sign up. We're gonna send these out. They literally were like promoting memberships with it. Like, if I was into One Piece and I wanted a special limited edition card, I would have signed. Like, that would have enticed me to do it. That's like creme de la creme of everything you would want in a card, right?
Yeah, I wonder how many people did. I feel like the reach on the PSA Instagram does not reach One Piece TCG players very well.
No.
If there's an LGS out there that likes their fans, maybe they shared it with them. Like, hey, if you want a free cool promo, go do this. But I feel like it didn't get that reach. So I feel like the price will drop now because of the urgent rush.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like somebody said, I think it was PK, that the price will probably go back up. Like the demand's going to be there. I feel like.
I think there's still quite a few to get delivered. Like, I haven't had mine yet. There's definitely more that are going to, hit the market, and I could see it coming down. But I don't think it's something that's going to end up cheap. I don't think there's enough members.
Yeah.
To flood the market with the card. I genuinely don't think there is that many people that have memberships.
Yep. No, it's really cool. I wonder if like sports card people, because they ain't getting nothing yet. They got a LeBron James magazine, Luka Doncic, but who gives an F?
Because they didn't get a card, you mean?
Exactly. When is that gonna? Because they're salty as F. They're like, wow, really? Everyone got a card, not just a random serialized plug. Like everyone got the card and made their money back. Y'all are effing us on the sports side. We're about to change over. I wonder if it does. I wonder if it makes people convert their thing.
What do you think they would do for sports if they did do one?
I could see them hooking up with Topps now and just printing some random shit.
Because I didn't see One Piece being the one.
Right.
That was unconventional. I would probably describe it. That I would have gone with a Pikachu or like obviously Pokemon clearly didn't get that approved. I know they worked with Pokemon because he talked about getting approval to use
you need the approval,
use RP or whatever. But a Pokemon card's probably a much bigger deal to get with. One Piece was probably a little bit easier, but then like you say, okay, so like how does that translate on the sports market? Is that like a Topps now, like easier, quicker print with a good, photo quality? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Because you say that, my initial thought was a Leaf card.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yep.
But I don't. But of what? What sport? And who? I don't know.
I don't know. It would be the person on the cover, whoever, Caitlin Clark.
That's good. That's a good guess.
There is no PSA stamp on here at all. Like I was hoping it'd be something special about it. It says not for sale. Bandai made in Japan. That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
For the Pokemon side, though, God knows they had to inquire about it because this happened. It makes me think that, yeah, they probably banged the doors for even the Lorcana one. Maybe it is in the works still. But I could see the GameStop ones, the little GameStop stamp on them bitches, do it with a PSA stamp. I could see Pokemon doing that and just reprinting an existing card, PSA stamp. Oh, that'd be pretty sexy.
I don't think they'll ever be cheap.
Yeah.
GameStop ones are
pretty cheap.
I mean, you could just walk in and ask for one. Like I've walked in and asked for them, and they've given me before.
Oh shit!
You need to spend $100 whatever bucks on a PSA membership to get one. It's not the same. It's not apples to apples. Like I genuinely think these cards, if they're going to continue to do it, great marketing to get memberships first of all, but also gets way more attention on them as a business.
Yeah, it's big brain, big effing brain.
Yeah, I'm really glad they've done this. There's definitely some modernized changes, and I don't think the cards are ever going to be cheap.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I want to sell mine. If I get a nice One Piece card, I'm not sure if I even want to sell it.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about ripping it out of the plastic and putting it in a slab? If you're going to determine you're not going to sell it, would you slab it or keep it raw?
I think if it looks like a 10, I'd slab it without even thinking. If it doesn't, I wouldn't touch it. I'd hold it.
Yeah. Good grade the cellophane. Grade the cellophane it's in. Get a 10 cellophane.
I've never had a clean cellophane ever. It's always been a crease or a dent or like a wonky like fold on the back part and stuff. Like I've never had one that I'm like, oh, this looks pretty clean and tidy.
Yeah.
Even the first special delivery Charizard that I got that was crimped, I was like, oh my god, I finally get like a cool card, and like even that it came crimped and like jacked up.
Yeah, it's brutal. Very cool. I wish CGC would do something like this. It's the magazines are cool. Like they got some cool articles and different things in them. I definitely am enjoying what they're doing. So
I've got them all saved.
Yeah, they're ahead of the game.
I've got them. I got years and years worth in a pile. Just literally, I have a whole box full of them. I've saved every single month, and I remember reading them when when COVID first kicking off. I remember being excited to receive it and looking through it, and in one little part they would talk about Pokemon in the magazine, and now it has its own dedicated one. I'm a big fan. I think it's brilliant, just as a whole.
Shout out to Elizabeth, whatever something her last name is, the editor. Good work. Yeah, these are cool.
Yep, sure is.
They're not just here's the price. These are all the pricing. Blah blah blah. Get in your face. Ooh, I didn't know it had its own Skyridge section. Shit, I didn't even open this one yet. It's literally all Skyridge, all E series, mostly Skyridge though.
Yeah, they touched on it a little bit in the video that they did about it. They do that like 1 minute snippet, before they deliver, and they kind of touched on it. It made it seem like it was a pretty big section of it. But have you bought anything recently? Have you had any cool pickups?
1 second. This needs its Top Sun Hollow Zapdos on the freaking magazine and a Gem 10. Sheesh. Beautiful. I'm glad I just bought my CDC Pop 110. Let's go. Yeah. So I will just talk about it a little bit more now. So this card I had purchased. This is a giant card that Yu-Gi-Oh gives out to. This was second place. The card for first place is like 2 times bigger than this. This is huge.
Massive.
This is 3 foot tall. This is framed. So I got literally after our podcast, whatever it was a month ago, I had went on Facebook or went onto the Yu-Gi-Oh website, Googled who won the tournaments for this card because I love Card Trooper. And found the guy's name, went and searched in the Facebook groups, DM'd him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have one. I'll maybe sell it. Shoot me a price." I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." So I sent him, offered him like $1,000, and then he's like, "I don't really want to sell it." And he's like, "I got this other card, also another prize card." He's like, "I'd sell both of them. I don't want to sell just one." He just got them both framed, which is freaking nice. My $1,000 offer didn't include framing and glass and everything, but here it is. And so then he said, "Shoot me an offer for both." And I was like, "I don't really want the other one, so $1,500. My plan with the other one is just to sell the bitch. So that's gonna happen. But $1,500 got my first 2 ever prize cards. I'm gonna grab the other one now so you can see what it looks like. Absolutely spectacular. I was ecstatic. This one still got the cover on it, but it's freaking adorable, isn't it? You're muted, but
talking to myself. Yeah, I was saying that really is a cool card.
$500 is what I got that one for, so it's for sale.
They both are. Yeah, fantastic. Really cool pickups.
And I use both of those cards in one of my decks, so it's pretty cool.
It's funny. It makes me feel like such a dumbass because, like, I'm looking over here at like stuff I've been buying. I bought a Looney Tunes box of cards.
That's fire.
And, this one's Toon World. This one, I think we should open live. There's potentially a Michael Jordan in there, and Wayne Gretzky, Joe Montana, Reggie Jackson. Yeah, there's like
in the Toon World box, like in
the
cartoon form.
There's kind of. I mean, you can see them there in the background, but it's like an upper deck box. I guess they did, back in the day, and it's still sealed. Looks pretty good condition wise. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's been looked after. I think could be something fun. It says on the front that there's stories to collect. So I don't know what that means, but it says 10 cards a pack. Every pack contains a hair or an insert or a hologram sticker. So there is like special stuff that you can get from it. It's not just like regular cards with like maybe a foil or something. Like there is stuff that can be a little bit unique. So I was like, screw it, just buying dumb random stuff. It was pretty cool. And then obviously I did that video about the One Piece collection that I'd been piecing together. So that was fun. I also got, I don't remember if I talked on this or not, but I bought a box of the only ever legitimate senior baseball booster box. So what happened?
Yeah,
Did
I
I
think you mentioned
talk about it
somewhere? I don't know where the hell you did.
Yeah, I might have just told you. I don't remember if we talked about it or not. But yeah, a bunch of old guys basically made their own set after they retired in Florida, and it's like a tiny little box, but just a bunch of old guys basically collect a set, and I kind of want to rip it. There's cards and stickers, and it says it's the premiere issue, but it's only, I mean, it's the only issue they did.
Were those all major league players, baseball, or what was it?
Oh no, I hadn't heard of any of them. They were like major league, but not big guns. They were just people that had been on the teams.
They
like
were all baseball players, though.
Yeah, and I looked up some of the names, and I was like, I don't know. A couple of the cards were going for more than what I paid for the box, but like a couple, like there wasn't really like any big hitters. I mainly bought it. It was cheap, and I just bought it for the shits and giggles, just for the silliness of it. I thought it was funny. Didn't really even know what it was. But those Looney Tune boxes, the Looney Tune and the Two Mode, I thought they'd be fun to rip. I got some other random stuff too. I got a bunch of stuff I want to rip. I kind of want to rip some stuff. I haven't ripped much lately outside of Pokemon, and I want to grade some stuff too. Yeah. I have a little pile of stuff I want to grade. I got from Jason from Contrarian Cards. Animal. He was my favorite Muppet.
That was old.
Old as shit. And I used to 1970s. That one is pretty old one. And I used to have like his socks and like I was just like a big Animal fan. Like he's always been like, just the Muppet that I always loved. So to get the card from him, I was like pretty excited. And I don't think it's a 10 or anything, but I like to grade it just for myself, just so I have a 1970s Muppets card that's mine of my favorite guy. I just thought it was a cool one.
Would you be somebody who goes into a meeting with a bunch of suits and has your dressed well, button up, blue dress pants with animal socks on?
Oh, I have. Yeah. Like Pokemon socks. I do it. I'll wear a full suit. I'm wearing like Pokemon socks or like
you'll have to
animal.
You'll have to send me a picture of that. That's awesome.
Ones with like Bigfoot on. I have some with my daughter's face on that my wife had made. It's got like her face all over it. That's like my thing is my ties and my socks. I have like silly like ties and socks. When I wear suits, I got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, that's funny that you said that because you know me so well.
Do you hang your socks?
No, that's like the only thing I don't. My old team made fun of me because I said like I hang everything up. I don't really have like drawers. We don't have any drawers here to like put stuff in, so it's all like on hangers. Like even like some of my nice pants, suit pants and stuff. Like it's all like hung up.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I can do both. I have a dresser with like more so super casual clothes.
Right.
Like what I'm wearing. No, my hoodies I hang up too, but yeah. No, it's the way of life. Sounds like you got a better sock game than me though. I need to step it up.
I've probably got 100 different pairs.
That's absurd.
And they're all unique, like designs or pictures or like themes or like they're all I got a lot.
100 effing pairs, my guy.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a whole thing.
I have 5 pairs of dress socks.
I kind of want to show you, but I don't.
Yeah, we need to
I'm
fucking
gonna,
see 'em.
I'm gonna like such a twat show my socks right now. I'm not doing it, but I've
Then
got
take it off.
I got silly socks on right now. Yeah.
Which ones? You gotta at least describe them.
They're actually from my work. They're like ones that we made to like give out at like hiring events and stuff. And yeah, they're ridiculous. So I probably won't show them, but I got a lot. Yeah, it's a thing for sure. It's fun. It's just fun.
I cannot wear socks this late into the day. I would lose my effing mind. My feet get itchy wearing socks like that. Apparently my feet are too hairy. I don't know.
I think it's because we don't have carpet.
Yeah, that would help, I guess. I have carpet in my office.
Yeah, big difference for me. Having hardwood floors, wearing socks makes a big difference. Especially when we got dogs, just like little bits from bits of.
Oh yeah.
Because the dirt outside here is sand, literally sand. So I have to vacuum all the time. Run the little like robot thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah, walking barefoot with crumbs all over your feet is not great when you're barefoot.
Not cool. I did want to touch. I know we're getting close to wrapping, but I did want to touch on Loop, the app that we've been given credit before. There's been relationships there to buy stuff. They just opened up collectors, us being able to sell stuff on there. You can list your items on Loop soon. I don't know if it's actually live yet, but they did make an announcement essentially saying that you could buy and sell. I didn't mention trade, but they said you can buy and sell with other collectors on there, not businesses and sellers, which I thought was interesting because GameStop just started like playing around with buying and selling slabs, and Walmart is talking about building some kind of situation there with collectibles. There seems to be a lot of businesses, and this hobby doesn't seem to be going away from what seemed to be a big hype during COVID, and everything's on fire, like it's the biggest hype of all time and it's all going to go away. It hasn't crashed like a lot of people were saying. Like PSA doing 1 million slabs a month. Like this market and this hobby is still rock and rolling, and more businesses are getting involved. Just I guess it's a sign of good times. I think. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, quick question about Loop. Is that a marketplace like similar to like you would say Rare Candy? You think?
No, it's like Whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Which is what's confusing. It's like Whatnot opening up just anyone to be able to sell a card on. You can literally just list a card on Whatnot, essentially on Loop. It's like just listing a card on Whatnot as a buyer, and not being some big registered seller or going through steps or having to go live or any of that. You can just throw a slab on there.
It sounds terrifying, to be honest. The authenticity guarantee and all that is not there. So, interesting. That'll be weird to see how that develops. The Walmart thing is very interesting, and GameStop is just continuing to be weird. But yeah, I think
It's weird.
them being interested in it is great for everybody, for sure. It's more eyes, it's everything going on. And I was thinking just now, I was like, man, like, could this ever just die? Like you're saying, wow, it's doing well and stuff. I was like, could this ever just go poof and just disintegrate? And I was like, man, this thing, people were grading cards in 2008, like the F, and buying and selling. And like, here we are now with what people have already gone through, experience, seeing 62,000 cards graded yesterday by PSA. Like, there's no way this goes to zero. Obviously, this is the PSA trajectory has been like this. It ain't. I couldn't imagine this happening anytime soon. I feel like
it's not Beanie Babies.
We're gonna see. I feel like that for a long time. It's collectibles is the way.
It's not a fad. We joked about it before we went live. Like, it's not a phase, Mom. Like, this is a thing. Like, it really, there's bajillion dollars invested in this industry right now through companies and collectors, sellers, IPs. Like, there's so much time and money and effort and people, like people's careers are literally resting on this. It's not going anywhere. I feel so good about this hobby now. Just seeing everything that's trending at the moment.
Does that make you want to buy, hold, sell?
It makes me want to analyze. It makes me want to figure out what that's gonna look like, but that takes time.
Yeah. Everyone should be buying Moonbrowns then, right?
Such a boring card. I don't get it. I don't want to get into that. We're gonna uncover a new spicy topic, but
I got 2 freaking Yu-Gi-Oh prize cards for the price of 1 Moonbrown, motherfuckers. Let's go. Woo-hoo, shit.
I think those cards are way cooler.
101s.
Way cooler. Like, not even close.
Sleeping.
And I'm not even a Yu-Gi-Oh card fan. Like, I love the show, but I don't think I've ever really. I've bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, I have some, but I haven't really like bought boxes or ripped it or anything. And
the size difference.
I mean, that's a different world. Is that like 1:60? Like, what's the ratio? Does it say?
I meant to do that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Call it. It's probably like 49 cards on there. Probably make 49 of these.
Yeah.
7 by 7. 7 by 8. Yeah, it's close to 1:60. But yeah, damn. Crazy. People be buying some dumb shit sometimes, but here we are.
Always good. We got people buying cards you can't even use for $1,500. This hobby's good, man. I'm telling you.
Keep on.
Yeah, like, you can get a free card from Pokemon Center. You can get a free card from PSA. You can get a free card from a company and sell it and make $100. Like, hobby strong.
That was another thing I actually just analyzed this week. You know Victor Wembanyama, the NBA rookie #1 overall pick, standout, the alien. His base Prism rookie in a PSA 10 has been graded total 24,000 times. Actually, just total, not just the 10s. I believe there's 14,000 10s, and it sells for about $120. And I saw this post in a sports group.
It's a lot of money.
I saw the post in the sports group. I'm like, why the hell are y'all even grading sports? Like, I went in there and kicked him square in the dick as hard as I could just to flex on him. I'm like, what are you effing doing? And I went to the 2024 Van Gogh Pikachu pop, screenshotted that, sent that bitch in there. I'm like, there is more freaking Gem 10s than total graded Wembanyama's, and this bitch still sells for more than Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are y'all doing over there?
It's not even a real Pokemon card from a set.
It's not. That card, Celebrations Charizard, is getting better money than Victor Wembanyama. Just good effing night. Like, that shit, I saw that. I was like, holy, no shot I'm going to do modern sports in my life. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, you've really got to hit something special numbers.
It's got to be numbered, serialized. Yeah, you're betting on
sparkling clean.
Yep. You're betting on winning the gamble, and Pokemon is not. You can get real big pluses if you get that, but man, I tell you, we got some easy shit going on here. There's some free tendies out there still, so appreciate what you got, people.
Did you see obviously biased because I love her to bits, but Sao did an artwork. She put a little post on Instagram with it. She did an artwork celebrating 1 year of Pokemon Sleep, the sleep app that they did.
I didn't see that.
It has the new starters on there. Quaxley looking cute, yeah, and it's just like such a cool artwork. So if you haven't subscribed to her Instagram, check out Sao. Really cool piece of artwork she did. It's a pretty cool little nighttime kind of story looking vibes. It's a cool one. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I saw it and then I couldn't stop thinking like this would be such a cool oversized jumbo, like a jumbo card. Because the picture was so cool. I'm not sure if they're going to break it up into individuals, but I don't even know what they're going to do with it. But it was in celebration of the Sleep first year anniversary, I guess. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap. It's late.
Yeah, it was a good one, man.
And yeah, it was good. Let's talk about, as usual, excited for next week with Mr. J, Mr. James, and don't forget, everyone that's listening, thumbs up on the comments that you like. If you see one, if you've thrown one in right now, even hit a thumbs up for yourself. Get involved. Hit that like button on the video. Share it if you think there's someone else in the hobby that would like to listen to it. And thanks for listening. Episode 68.
Peace, everyone. Have a good night.
See ya.
Deuces.